Watch out, Nuggets.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
It is March of 2023, and the weather's been so strange, hasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, literally, it was almost freezing this morning. We were down in the low 40s. We had heavy rain again this week. The farm is ridiculously green.
Oh my goodness, it's everywhere.
And what's amazing, it's green without any work by us, because this is 100% natural as far as the green on the ground. Obviously, things like this behind us, we do have irrigation too, and the trees are finally starting to come back to life. But seeing all the green on the ground, it's actually pretty exciting. What's really cool is to see the area that used to have wood chips on it. You look behind it now, where it's now barren, it's basically very green. We have kind of a semi-big announcement. It's big for us at least, but it's small at the same time. This week we actually picked up a brand new animal for us here on the farm, at least a brand new type of this particular animal, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So, what did you bring onto the farm this week, sweetie?
We got 2 baby kunekune pigs.
We're really excited because we spent last week getting the old turkey enclosure cleaned out, right, and ready for these 2 little ones to join us here on the farm. And you went and picked them up from a breeder down in Casa Grande.
Yep.
Now, these are 2 female kunekunes, and we have a male that we still need to pick up, right?
Yes, up in Cornville.
Right, so that's a couple hours the other direction. So
yes,
you headed a couple hours south to pick up the 2 females. Obviously, we plan on having these as breeding pairs, right? So we want to make sure they're not related. So we figure 2 hours north and 2 hours south ought to make sure.
We know they're good.
Yeah, ought to make sure that they're not related.
Yeah, and the one I went to this week and got the 2 females, he still had some available, and they're pure kunekunes.
Yeah.
So, if you guys are looking, let me know. Get you his name.
Yeah. So, but ultimately, eventually, that will hopefully be us. At least that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Now, what we need to do is we need to go visit these little guys, and we have some work to do around them that we're going to show you guys today as well. All right, so these are our 2 female kunekune pigs. The one down here, I don't know if you can see her or not. This is Priscilla. She's the smaller of the 2, and this is Lucille. So Lucille's got a couple really good wattles and a really chunky little adorable face. And Priscilla's a little bit smaller. We don't see any wattles under her chin. And then we still have one more that's not quite here yet. So these guys are temporarily in here while they're really small like this. We just want to make sure that we don't have anything that can get to them from a predator standpoint until they're just a little bit bigger. So they are adorable, and you can see really interested in what's going on, especially the tassels on my sweatshirt here. Hi, Lucille.
Girl.
What you got there, Priscilla? Huh? Hi. We've got one more coming. That's the boy. We already named him. His name is Winston.
We did.
So he right now is a bottle baby. So we're...
Yeah, his mama didn't make it.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably get him a little earlier than we were expecting. Oh, all right. So while these guys are in here temporarily, the outside we actually need to get ready for, well, the semi-permanent residents that will be here in just a few months, right? Because this is actually where we raise our Thanksgiving turkeys until we can get a permanent spot for these little guys. Or girls, I should say.
Girls.
Okay, you guys are getting rambunctious. One of the challenges we have here out in the desert when we're raising turkeys for Thanksgiving is what we're using for pasture for these turkeys during the summer season. We don't want Bermuda grass on the property, at least we don't want to install Bermuda grass, so we found that last year growing sorghum worked out fantastic. It was a bit patchy behind us here, but this is where we had our sorghum patch last year for our turkeys. We're gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing this year. Now, I've got sorghum that we bought this year, same stuff we used before, and it's done well for us from Nature's Seed. It's their sorghum Sudan grass. We have this in our Amazon shop, and we found that it does do really well for us here. Now, we did let last year's crop go to seed, so I know I have some seed back here already, but we had a lot of weeds we had to cut down. Now what we're gonna do is go through and get this ground seeded, and then we'll show you what we're gonna do on top of that, just to help ensure that these seeds come up and sprout and have plenty of nutrition in order to get a lot of good solid growth this year. So we have this ready to go. You saw us putting a few things in. So we actually did plant some alfalfa in here. We're hopeful this year that it actually takes. Last year we couldn't get that to take. The quail came in and just devastated it. We also came back in with some barley. We seeded that in pretty heavily. Now that crop is definitely a spring and fall crop, so hopefully that will come up, give some protection to some of the other crops, and then we'll roll into our summer season and we'll have the sorghum that will obviously grow up nice and high and provide some shade for the ground itself. One of the things that we used for a top dressing that we haven't used before, this is actually all of the bedding, the soiled bedding that we had for our goats. So this has a lot of goat manure and urine in it. We used that this year to cover this ground area because what we really want to start doing is building this soil up for this whole area behind me. The idea, of course, is as much soil as we're able to build on top, also having the sorghum that continues to penetrate further down into the ground, that this area will require less and less irrigation as the years go on, which is very important to us. All right, so I think we have to spend some time with our girls here, right? Ooh, she wants your laces.
Yeah, they chew your laces
They
too.
do.
And your shoes and everything.
So one of the things that we saw this morning is our nuggets are getting way too big for that brooder.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, we had planned on putting them out onto the pasture this week, but as has been the case basically all winter and into spring, we've got rain again coming this week. And we got a chance of actually hitting freezing temps, believe it or not.
Yes.
So here we are heading towards middle of March, just past the middle of March, and a chance for frost. So we're gonna hold off until what, Wednesday?
Yeah, after it doesn't show rain.
All right. You guys will be following us along here as we raise these two. We start breeding these pigs. We have some ideas as far as what we want to use the offspring for. Obviously, we want to have them available for people eventually, but it'll be the first time that we've actually bred pigs ourselves, and we wanted a smaller pig that was more manageable in order for us to do that.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of see how that goes. So just want to thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We cover a lot of things here on this newly established functioning farm here in the Arizona desert. Would love to see you on a regular basis. If you have any questions or comments, those go in the comment section down below. And our Amazon shop, I'll leave a link down in the description. That is a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with the link down below, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. So just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere,
So can you.
aww,
She's trying to eat my shoe.
she is,
I got Priscilla over here trying to eat my keys in my pocket.
of course.
She is like not giving up.
I love the chunk on Lucille.
I know. So funny.
She's awesome.
Oh, something just splashed on my face.
You got the poo on you. Oh, look how dirty that is. I mean, there's
It is dusty and dirty up here.
there's certain things I don't mind being dirty. Just keep that in mind. The camera lens is not one of them.
Good?
I think so. Well, we're gonna find out. That or it's gonna be, the whole thing will be blurry. It is March still of 2023, and it's...
Sorry. It's leaning to the side.
Thanks, Mom. Hey, you're making me lose my granola bars. So one of the biggest things that we had happen this week is what?
We got 2 baby kunekune pigs.
Oh yeah, we weren't gonna jump right into the answer, but thanks.
Oh, what did you want me to do?
I don't know.
You looked at me like, are you gonna answer?
Here, answer that question.
You looked at me like, well?
There you go.
Oops, sorry, I guess I wasn't supposed to tell you.
Let's try that again. We're gonna ease into that.
What did you want me to do? Just look at you and be like, what did we get?
What did we get? You're supposed to read my mind. Come on. After 27 years, you are a mind reader. It should just be right over to you. So one of the... Really, Plains? It's time for me to have a granola bar. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my knee's getting sore.
Oh, my old lady. Ooh.
I just have to stretch out.
How you want to stretch out?
Am I standing up?
Oh. I was hoping you meant something else.
Not the answer you wanted?
No. All right, good?
Yep.